The Rockets team, we need shooting. We need scoring. If you watched every game last season, or even just enough to get a grip on like the style of play, this was a defensive team. That was our identity. Ime Udoka's toughness and the defensive mentality that this team represents. That was what was winning us so many games. That was what got us the 2 seed in the Western Conference. We were not scoring enough. We didn't have very many people who could consistently shoot a basketball well. In fact, I can't really name one. I mean, not in terms of guys that got a lot of playing time. Amen Thompson, not a great shooter. Fred VanVleet, streaky, but not an every night guy. Dylan Brooks, streaky, but not an every night guy. They're just not many shooters. No pure shooters. Reed Shepherd, pure shooter. Reed Shepherd, not on the court. Did not play almost at all, except in garbage time. Certainly not enough to ever get into a rhythm. Really not enough to even get a feel for the NBA game based on how much he played last season. That's what we'll want to see this upcoming season. The team didn't score enough. We didn't have enough offensive production. We didn't have enough shooters. We didn't have enough three-point shooters, period. That is the gap that Kevin Durant fills. That is the reason they did this trade. Yes, he's a little older. Yes, he's arguably about to pass his prime, but he's got a season or 2 left in the tank. That's what they're betting on. And that's a bet that I am willing to take emotionally. I am willing to buy all in to what just happened because I agree. I agree with the decision. I believe this dude can still be one of the coldest scorers in the league if given the opportunity and the correct roster is around him. He just slides right the in. Instead of the Jalen Green, is it going to be a 20-point night or a 3-point night on 0 for 12 shooting? Now you just have Kevin Durant. He doesn't have a whole lot of those 3-point nights. He never has. He's never had an issue with consistency in his entire 15-year career. He's a scorer through and through. That's what the man does, and that's what he's going to do for us. That's the bet. When he's healthy and at his best, he is still top 5 in the game at scoring. Top 5 in the game at shooting. Unstoppable offensive force. That's what Kevin Durant has been his entire career. Go look at his last few seasons. There's no reason to believe that shouldn't continue on a good team with a good roster and good leadership. People who are saying, oh, well, his last 2 stops didn't really work out. Brooklyn and Phoenix. Brooklyn and Phoenix? 2 of the most poorly run organizations in the NBA? Come on. And Brooklyn still came KD's big toe away from making a real run at a ship. And again, go look at his numbers on those 2 teams. He was still Kevin Durant. So I'm just saying, I think if you're using the argument related to Phoenix or to Brooklyn and what happened with those 2 teams, or if you're using the argument that you don't like him because of his personality, I think you're using faulty data.